Have you ever wanted to play games like Battlefield 4 and flight simulators, but you have a laptop, so you just can't? Your laptop has a hard time running this. Well, this is the video for you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we run that. Drop raw on the track for the comeback. Hit it like, yeah, I'm on that. Hot wax on the floor, catch a contact, get 'em like, blow. Yeah, we run that. Drop raw on the track for the comeback. Hit it like, blow. Yeah, I'm on that. Hot wax on the floor, catch a contact.
Hey guys, it's Mr. HD Gamer 101 here, back with another video. Yeah, another one. It's awesome, right? So here we have a computer build. It's been a long time since I've done a computer build. In fact, this is a follow-up computer build to my first ever computer build on my old channel, Lego Builder 265. Go check out that video. It's a $250 gaming PC build. As you can tell, I pretty much had no idea what I was doing at all. But now I actually know what I'm doing. I've built many computers now. I know what I'm doing. So I am back with another $250 gaming PC build. Now, we will go ahead and start out with the processor. We are starting out with the AMD A6 5400K APU. It's running at 3.6 gigahertz. It is only a dual-core processor, but then again, it's only 250 gigabytes. Yeah, that would suck. $250. So I couldn't really fit a quad core into it, but if you have $300 to spend, go ahead, pick up a quad core, because that will definitely increase your game performances, because games are now starting, like Battlefield 4, they are taking advantage of the quad cores. You'll still be able to run it on a dual core, no problem, but quad core would definitely help a little bit. There's not a whole lot to say about this processor other than the fact that it's got the APU or the GPU inside. So the GPU combination is called an APU for AMD, and that's what we're going to be using as our graphics. This one does not have the best graphics of all time, but definitely not the worst either. It's gonna be on par, if not beat, most of the Intel integrated graphics stuff, which is crap, which is what I have. Sucks to run some games. It takes 65 watts to run, which is a pretty heavy CPU for something like this. So, not exactly a whole bunch to say more about that. All the links will be in the description, by the way, for these things. So, next we will go on to the motherboard. We have the Gigabyte AMD FM2 Plus A68H motherboard. It has SATA 6 gig. I'll go ahead and zoom in for this. We have there are 2 SATA 3 ports, and there are another 2 SATA 3 ports. We also have options for DDR3 memory up to 2133 megahertz, which is you could overclock the memory if you want. It's got 2 slots, 2 DIMM slots for our RAM. Then it has a 4-pin power connector right there. We'll go ahead and take a look at the back I/O. We have 4 USB 2.0 ports, a D-sub port or VGA, and an HDMI port. So most people would probably use the HDMI port, but you could run 2 monitors off of the this PC just with the integrated graphics, which is pretty darn good. Then you have 2 USB 3.0 ports, Gigabyte LAN port, and also your HD audio. It's a pretty good motherboard. It's a good price. Gigabyte is a very trustworthy company. Oh, and I'm sorry, you can actually go up to 2400 megahertz, not 2133. Sorry about that. You have 1 PCIe 16x 2.0 slot right there for a graphics card if you ever wanted to upgrade, which I suggest upgrading in pretty soon, because games are developing pretty quickly and they're definitely going to be taking advantage of that. So yeah, that's pretty much all the motherboard all that I can talk about the motherboard. You can look up more if you want later. It's also a micro ATX board. Now, we'll go on to the RAM. Now, this is the Crucial Ballistic Sport 4GB single DDR3 1600 megahertz RAM. It is only one DIMM, or one piece of RAM, and it is only 4 gigs. But as I have found recently, I have 8 gigabytes of super duper slow memory in my laptop, which is what I use. I know it's crap. And that I've pretty much found out, unless you are playing Battlefield 4, but just about a lot of other games, your CPU is going to max out before your memory does. So the memory, as long as you have good speed in it, is pretty good. And this is only $23. So if you have, you know, like I said, $300 to spend $20 extra on the getting a quad core. Make sure it's got the APU unless you have even more money to spend. And then get another DIMM of this, so that way you can have 8 gigs and you can play everything. But this will do really well for any casual gaming. Minecraft will run perfectly smooth on this. I can almost guarantee it. And then you could probably play Battlefield 3 on this if you went low settings, probably low to medium settings. All right, and of course no forgetting what it's called, but no motion blur. There we go. That's what I was saying. So we'll go on to our next piece of hardware. We have a Western Digital green 1 terabyte desktop hard drive. It's size 6 gigs, 6 gigabits per second. It's right now the green is a few dollars less than the blue for some reason. I don't know why. They're almost the same exact thing. The only difference really that I found is this more to help Western Digital figure out what lines, like the blue drives start at 250 gigs and go up to like 3 terabytes. But the Western Digital greens start from 500 gigabytes, sorry, and go up to 6 terabytes. Wait, hold on a second, guys. Sorry about that. Alright. So it's just a 1 terabyte hard drive. So I was very surprised. I was thinking I was going to have to go with a 500 gig drive for this, but nope. I was able to fit a 1 terabyte drive into this, which is pretty awesome. You're going to have plenty of storage. Don't worry about a thing when it comes to storage, unless you're doing crazy video editing like me. I have very little room. I have like 5 external drives plugged in. Alright, our next item is the power supply. This power supply is the Antec VP450 80+ certified 450 watts. It's a 450 watt power supply. I personally have not used this in one of my builds, but it's got very good reviews, and it's also an 80+ certified. I usually use Century power supplies. They're not 80+, they're like 78 efficiency, and they're so much cheaper, and they work fine. I've built at least 2 computers with those in them, and neither of them have died. They've been up for 2 years now almost. So they are very good power supplies as well. If you can find one on Amazon, great. They don't have any right now for the 450 watt range and a good price. So this Antec one has great reviews. Antec is a pretty good company as long as you don't get their really crappy cheap stuff. But this should be plenty fine for all of our needs. 450 watts, like I said. Yeah, it should be plenty to power this computer. Our next item is, of course, I always like to put these into my builds just because of I love having the fact that when you get a game that comes in a case that's actually the CD or the DVD, you have the case, you can display it. I personally like that. Also, it's nice to look back at old things that you have on CD or DVD and just pop it in, and it's a convenience thing for me. So it's just, you don't have to get this. You can save $20 and you can go ahead and upgrade that RAM or to a quad-core processor. But this is just a convenience thing for me. It's not perfectly great, but it goes inside the computer and it burns and writes. Alright, it's a CD drive. Alright, and now our final and last thing is the case. Now, this is the Rosewill Dual Fan Micro ATX Mini Tower Computer Case, the FBM-05. This, I'm kind of confused, because if you look here at the FBM-01, it's more expensive, but it doesn't look as good. Like, neither of these look good. But this one, I think, looks better than that one. If you don't think so, spend a few extra dollars on this one, the FBM-01. But the FBM-05 has a USB 3. Now, on the front, I don't remember if our motherboard has a USB 3 socket on the motherboard itself to plug in that front panel. I'm not 100% sure about that. Go ahead, check the links in the description. But it also comes with two USB 2s, so don't worry about not having the USB functionality that you want on the front. It has two 5.5¼ inch bays. It's got three 3.5 inch drive bays inside. We'll go ahead and open it up. As you can tell here, you have a front 120mm fan and a back 80mm. It might be a 120mm. It looks like it's an 80 though, and the front is, yeah. So it looks like you got a front 120mm fan and a back 80mm fan. You of course have the 4 expansion cord slots on the back, and it is a top mounted power supply. But that is perfectly fine. You could also install a fan to the side as well. Perfectly fine for mounting our motherboard and everything we need inside it. So, that is the end of this build. The final price as of right now comes, when you round everything up to the nearest dollar, always round up when you're talking about money, is $254 as of this second. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, all the links will be down in the description. If you want to buy this, go ahead, get it. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.